The insecurity terror that flies in Nigeria is not funny. A lot of people are gone because of the terrible things that have happened under the nose of President Tinubu. The citizens are tired, they are restless, and they are wondering when will all this end. The terror and insecurity in Nigeria under Tinubu's administration is louder than ever. That quiet, exhausting, and ever-present fear is now the official matter that gives Nigerians headache. Please and please again, this is not about tribe or religion. This is about what happens when a country's government and its people begin to move in opposite directions while the governments are moving towards grabbing more and more powers all to themselves, and the citizens like you and I who are trying as much as we can to survive are holding on to what we have left. My dear, on May 15, 2026, there were children that woke up in Oyo State and just simply went to school, and that was a normal thing for them. In fact, that was all they did. They put on their uniforms, packed their bags, and walked through the school gates that was meant to guide them and shield them. By that same evening, armed bandits had stormed 3 schools in Orire local government area, and they successfully abducted at least 39 pupils and teachers. They even killed 1 teacher on the spot and beheaded another in captivity. The beheading video was everywhere, and I personally was very, very sad. The video the kidnappers shared online was like a trophy to those kidnappers. All of these things happened in Oyo, which is in the southwest of Nigeria. That region is where Nigerians had long considered a comfort state, where you can't even talk about kidnapping or any sort of bad things. That comfort has now gone completely without leaving a single trace. That story is a brutal reality of Nigeria under President Bola Tinubu. The very last place you thought in your mind that was safe is no longer safe. The final walls of Nigeria entirely are coming down as we speak right now. Every Nigerian president has wrestled with insecurity, but what is happening under President Bola Tinubu is completely different, and the kidnappers have stopped respecting states as I'm speaking to you. Whether you are in the north, or you are in the south, or you are in the east, or you are in the west, you are seeing and you are hearing it. For years, Nigerians drew a map where it shows that the northern part of Nigeria was always on fire. Nigerians have known that this certain part of Nigeria always bleeds from banditry, and they are always trapped with farmer-herder conflicts. All of these things used to happen in the north. Now it has moved from the north to the south, and it is damn bad, like bad. That certain map of certain states suffering has become useless. According to a mid-year report released in July 2026, at least 720 attacks occurred across Nigeria in the first 6 months of 2026, and if my calculation is right, we are talking of an average of 120 attacks every single month. Violence was documented not just in Borno or Zamfara alone, but in Kogi, Kwara, Oyo, and some part of southern Nigeria. Citizens are asking each other openly, which part of Nigeria is actually safe? Like, which part is actually safe? Nobody, absolutely nobody, including the President of Nigeria, has a convincing answer to give to the people. In the first quarter of 2026 alone, 4,326 Nigerians were killed in different violent incidents. This is more than double the death from the previous period in 2025. Like, that is double. In February 2026, Amnesty International documented at least 323 people killed in rural communities across 6 states in just 21 days. That is something, and that is a painful data. All of these things have happened this year, and we have not reached the ending of August, because these things are happening in just 6 months. A retired military general and a former military spokesperson, whose name is Major General Rabi Abubakar, was kidnapped alongside his wife on a highway in Katsina State in May 2026. If such a man who commanded soldiers is not safe on the Nigeria road, what do you think the ordinary Nigerians should feel? Just how do you think they should feel? The kidnapping thing has become a current national industry. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics puts Nigeria's kidnapping incidents at approximately 2.2 million in a single year, with families paying an estimated 2.2 trillion naira in ransom. Nowadays, drivers are driving as much as they can to calculate dangerous routes before starting their day. Parents would spend their mornings praying that their children are safe till their children come home. There are now some Nigerians that are casually identifying dangerous roads so that they don't pass there too early in the morning, very late at night, or if it's too quiet, they won't pass there at all. If there is one image that captures what is lost in Nigeria, it is the child's empty classroom. Since President Tinubu took office in May 2023, at least 597 school children have been abducted from classrooms, which is approximately nearly 200 per year. On April 26, 2027, government took 23 pupils from an Islamic orphanage near Lokoja in Kogi State. On the same day as the Oyo attack, over 40 school children, which some of them were very small in terms of age, they were abducted in Borno State. There are so many atrocities that are very loud, and some of them are not even loud. But a crime is a crime. Period. The U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedoms 2026 report described Nigeria as being in a terrifying crisis, as they are warning that abductions and killing is now a daily life and a daily routine across the country. These are not statistics that are fake. They are not fake. These are children who went to school and did not come home at all. I checked online that says that the government have done something about it. There have been reports that 7,000 to 8,500 bandits and terrorists have been arrested since President Tinubu took office. US forces with Nigerian government approved conducted airstrikes in Sokoto State in December 2025, and a top ISWAP commander was killed in a joint operation in 2026. We hear and read online, but the reality of Nigerians is a complete story from what it has been told online. But this type of victories that have been shown online has not slowed the attacks in any sort of way, because in March 2026, terrorists simultaneously struck 4 military bases in Borno and Yobe State, and those terrorists killed the commanding officers in those bases. The kidnapping stories are still happening, the terrorist issues are still there, and all sorts of evil are happening in Nigeria. When Tinubu declared a national-wide security emergency in November 2025, people said that that was the right call. But his call came way too late, after thousands of families were already counting their dead family members. There have been lawmakers who have openly criticized the administration for negotiating with bandits for hostage releases instead of grabbing those people and dealing with those bandits. These bandits will just collect the money and continue from where they stopped. I want to give you just one sentence that is easy to understand. A hungry country is a dangerous country. If you understand it, you understand it. When Tinubu removed the fuel subsidy the day he came to sit in Aso Rock, fuel prices jumped way too high. Food prices went high, went way too high. Transportation became too much, and it had cost double and even triple. The World Bank itself projected that poverty would peak at 62% of Nigerians in 2026, which is roughly 141 million people. We are in July/August August 2026. And I am not surprised. I am not surprised. Now picture a young man in Zamfara that is jobless and is watching his family go hungry. A bandit recruiter arrives with a gun and a share of the next ransom. What actually stops him from saying yes? Because the government has never protected him since the day he was born. What will actually stop him from joining the bandits? Like, what is that thing that will stop him? But it is not an excuse for such evil crime, but that is an explanation for why the supply of criminals never runs dry. When poverty comes, there will be a large recruitment that will become faster. Nigeria has survived coups, civil war, and terrible leaders who treated governors as their money-making machines. The president has been hearing and watching for a long time and they haven't changed. But resilience is not governance, and you cannot keep asking the market woman, the rice farmer, the school bus driver to stop crying while those in power remain in their comfort zone without thinking of every consequence of their silence in tackling the insecurity. The question is not whether Tinubu means well for Nigeria, but intentions are cheap in a country where teachers are beheaded and nursery children disappear into forest. The real question is whether this administration will treat the safety of every Nigerian with urgency and precaution. Because right now as I'm speaking to you, millions of Nigerians are trying to keep themselves safe with locked doors, anxious morning and evenings, and the exhausting endurance that the government have been telling them, just endure, just manage, because we are working on it. That is what they have been telling the Nigerians. Nigeria deserves a sincere and agile president that is scared of losing his people. That is what the country needs.